Vampires are real. It was a subject line in an email I received from someone who only wants me to call them B, but otherwise wants to remain completely anonymous. Before we get started, I just want to let everyone know that I recently did make a... So if you could please go follow me there. The link is in my bio. Thank you. Anyways, he told me that this actually happened 30 years ago, but it is still something that she thinks about to this day. She told me that she was going on holiday with her best friend and her best friend's family, who actually owned an island with a cottage on it somewhere called Thousand Island Lake in Ontario. I'd never heard of that before, so I had to Google it, obviously. And truly, how fun does this look? You're on your little island with your little cottage all by yourself and no one can get to you? Say less. But B told me that her best friend's family owned one of these little islands with a little cottage on it, and she was going to go and she was going to stay on this island for about a week. The night that they arrive, they come in by boat, but it is already getting dark. They have to go inside, they have to unpack, get showered, and go to bed, so she does not have time that evening to explore that island. After they unpack, have dinner, get their showers, B hops in bed and falls asleep. At some point in the middle of the night, she says that she wakes up and feels compelled to go outside. She says that she remembers walking out the front door and there was like this path in the woods, and she ended up taking that and it came to a clearing. And she said that standing in the middle of this clearing was a man who she had never seen before. She told me that she walks across this clearing and this guy is standing there, and she walks up to him and he kind of reaches out and holds her at arm's length. She said that the next thing that she knows, he leans down and she can feel his teeth brush on her neck. She told me that she kind of startles from this and comes out of this weird trance that she's in, pulls back, looks at him, and then this calm just comes over her. And she said that once again, she just feels compelled to stand there and let him do whatever he's gonna do. So she said that he's still standing there holding her at arm's length. He bends down, she feels the teeth on her neck again. And she said that the next thing she knows, she wakes up and she's in the bed inside the cottage. Now, as any of us would do when we wake up in bed after experiencing something like that, she thinks to herself, that was a really vivid and wild dream. She goes to get out of bed and she throws the covers back and looks at her feet, which are covered in grass and mud, as if she'd just been trekking around outside without any shoes on. She told me that she cleans herself up as best she can. They get dressed and get ready for the day. For the first time, she sees this island in the daylight and is able to explore. She says that she goes outside and she sees the exact path that she had seen in her dream, so she decides to follow it. She follows it, she comes to the exact clearing that she saw in her dream, and she walks to the center, and she said that there are two sets of footprints. One, her bare feet, and the second, boots, men's boots. When she told me the story, B reiterated to me and wanted me to understand that you could only reach this island by boat. And it was not a large island. Had a boat pulled up in the middle of the night, it would have awoken the people inside the house, her best friend and her best friend's family. The only boat that was there was the boat that her and her best friend's family had taken to get to the island. There was no way for this man to get there and then to also leave. She told me that she spent a week on this island, never found any sign of this man, and never saw him again. She told me that she has told people this story in the past, but no one ever believes her. And she said that you probably won't believe her either, but that's okay. She knows what happened to her and she knows what she experienced. And she told me that that night she feels like what she encountered was a vampire. What do you think that it was? As always, thank you guys so much for listening. I have been sick, so today's the first day I felt like putting eyebrows on. Yeah, I don't have any, so that's the pets. But I have been seeing all of your emails and messages come in. I am not ignoring any of you, I promise. I am going to get to every single one of them. As always, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.